Hi everybody, it's Julie and I have a journal to share with you. I know it might be a little early for Halloween, but maybe some of you are starting to get some of your fall items together. And so I did make this last fall, but I finished it too late to have it out there for Halloween. So it is my Happy Haunted Halloween junk journal. And it is using a Reader's Digest that I Vintage Reader's Digest. You can see it. That's the actual cover underneath. It does have a bead dangle with jack-o'-lantern here on the edge, hanging off a hitch post with some cheesecloth. I used a 5-hole stitch for the binding. And there is decorative duct tape on the outside here, as well as a decoupage napkin here, some cheesecloth, and a label. All has been decoupaged onto the cover. I have, so there's more of the napkin decoupage on the back, and then I also used some distressing or some ink on it to make it look more Halloween grungy. So there is a skeleton key on the closure with a little bit of gold and black tulle tied and on some of that purple elastic that I had. Okay, open it up and we have the first page actually has, I believe that's a pocket right there. So there's a pocket for you to put something there. You get 2 tickets to come and check out this book, if you dare. Okay, so there are 2 tickets. Fright Night, admit 1, if you dare. And these are my plain tickets, and I used a stamp set that I had gotten. Made a little envelope here, and added a cut apart from a 6x6 Halloween pad right there. And this is stitched. It's actually this that is stitched on. There's some orange coffee dyed paper. There's a spot here and a spot here. And I was thinking, like for October daily, you could put a picture here. This is also a spot that you can put something in. So over here it says trick or treat. I've sewn some rickrack style zigzag paper here with a ticket and some black lace. And you turn it this way and we have black lace and the trick or treat is sewn on. We have the coffee dyed paper with the dots and a stamped image here. A stamped bat here and here, and a stamped door knocker on this door. And so then there's a stamped scene here, some black lace here on the edge. Most of the papers are coffee dyed. So stamp image here. This is a tuck spot with the spider web in it. Added a little sticker here, and then this is from my Halloween printable that is available to the members of my Facebook group. And this is Loretta. So Loretta that gave me all of that I inherited the postcards from. This is Loretta when she was a little girl. And I was like, oh my God, that picture of her and her sister is creepy. So I made it into a tag. And there's a note, perfect colors, and it is coffee dyed also. So this is a piece of the back of a vintage calendar, so for where you would keep track of your quarterly income. And I just sewed a black lace pocket on it with this do not disturb sign. This cute little tag is just hanging here. And then we have this booklet, or no, it's tag with this on the back. So it's just a tag. It says zombies, and it's fitted, right? Fitted. It fits right in here. This tool has spider webs, gold spider webs on it. So there's a cat down here. Here's some cheesecloth. It's meant to look like a spider web, and I hung a spider sequin from it. Some lace, doily coffee dyed paper, lace attached to the edge here. Here, this was one of the scarves that they had at the Dollar Tree, and I cut it up because it had all these little squares, so that's one of the little, or rectangle there. Some stamping. We have the cat. It says Eek. This is a pocket I used make, I think this was from my Anna Griffith stuff. So there's a pocket made out of the gridiron, and a purple tag, and then a large book tag, and this side is a map that just goes in there. And this is the center of the first signature, and it is a song, Witches Revels. So we have some hats and the cat here and some washi tape. Okay. Next we have this tag that I made, and it was a doily, and I was like, I wonder if I can make one of those things. So I made one of those things that you would, an interactive little tag. And it just goes in this pocket right here, and it has the house stamped. We have the bat and the jack-o'-lantern, and I used my Martha Stewart punch here. Added a ticket over the top with some black lace hanging off. I did try and leave my strings. I have a really hard time with that because, you know, my grandma was always cutting the strings off of us, so I still think there's not supposed to be any strings. This is the other side of that calendar page. We have another pocket here that can have something, and bones, and another ticket because it's orange. Here's a little broom that I made, and there's a tutorial for that. Actually, there's tutorials for everything in here, because I made videos while I was making this book. Some potion bottles and a cauldron. So this is supposed to be the witch's house. This says drink up witches. And there's her door, and she's out somewhere. That might be her, that might be her sister, I don't know. So we have some more potion bottles and another orange paper, and this is from my wrought iron book, and I just thought it was great in here. So a crazy stamp from my stash, an eat, drink, and be scary tag that's been coffee dyed, and look how it went around. This side is really light, and this side it went around the outside. I thought that was cool. This was a piece of scrap paper, and I just went ahead and put the cats and a bone on it. Here we have these amazing stencils that I think these were Tim Holtz or Martha Stewart. I don't remember, but they are so cool. They actually have webbing inside the web, inside the cross and inside the web and inside this around, or no, the webbing is in the big part so that you can, so you can stencil through it, and then it leaves that. They're amazing. Really, really amazing. So, and then I stamped cat. So this I painted with acrylic paint, book pages. It was a period of time that I was just trying to come up with ideas for book pages. I did one of my fluffy ruffle corner or edges here. That's what I call everything fluffy. You know, fluffy flowers. So this is, I guess now they're calling this like a snippet or something, but I call it a fluffy ribbon border. And it has some cheesecloth, and I had it so it hung off the edge. some black ribbon, a ripped piece of the orange paper, and I just zigzagged it, and then when I got down here, I zigzagged it for effect. So here is a CD case, and then it has a curtain, and you can put something in there. So that is a pocket that has a curtain. There's a pocket with curtain in jack-o'-lanterns. And here we have a little trick-or-treat bag, and it has a tag and a little piece of orange paper. Isn't this fun? So this book is going to be available in my Etsy shop as soon as this video uploads. So it will be there. It will be there. And here is Eye of Newt and Blood of Bat. That's the bottom of a note paper that I got at Michael's. And this was just another note paper that I had dyed. And here we just have a piece of scrapbook paper, but it was orange and it had a place to write. So it just seemed like the perfect thing that should be in this book. And here we have a side border that opens up, and you can actually write in there as well. There's a lot of pages that I didn't do anything to. I can't believe it. Here we have a little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin head witch right here. We have a spider in the specimen bottle, so it's one of the mason jars, and I just put the spider in some packaging and made it look like he was in a jar. Put the little poison sign on the label. And then this is from a game, and if you have red clear cellophane, it makes it, you can read the words. So things you recognize by smell. I just thought that was funny. And the other side's I Love Lucy. So here this border has the spiderweb tool, and I went ahead and I fussy cut it out. I added some borders or banner stickers up there. There's a spidery one and those. I thought that was kind of fun. Okay, is that one page? Okay, so added some washi tape over here. Bottle's trying to fall over. There we go. We have a pocket here that you can put something in, and this was copy paper that I gotten. Some scrapbook paper makes a pocket down here. This is a sock. Never did find the other sock, so I coffee dyed it, cut it out, and stapled it on here with some cheesecloth and some book paper. Here's part of the silk shirt that I used for the other Halloween journal that I made last year. It says Trick or Treat. We've got some cheesecloth here, and here's just a piece of that polka dot coffee dyed paper, and look how grungy it turns out when you bake it, get the little black marks. So here is it's a huge pocket, but it's glued shut or sewn shut. Glued or sewn shut. So I just stuck a bookmark in there. It's kind of a secret pocket, actually. So you turn here and you have, ta-da! Okay, so this page has strings. It has the owl, and it's a pocket here with a little paper clip. And then over here, this is one of the little pockets, and it has a couple of riddles in it. By shifting two matches, the fork has exactly the same shape, but the marbles are now outside it. What matches should be moved to? Anyway, it was a page. These are the answers. But it looks cool. So this is a flip up, flip down. And probably a pocket behind it as well. Nope. Move down the side. Nope. That's not like me. Oh yeah. There you go. You have a pocket on the side. So there's plenty of places for you to be putting things in this for if you're using it for an October daily. There's a pocket here, or a bag, and this was coffee dyed on the cookie sheet that has the holes in it. I don't know what kind of cookie sheet that would be. This was on another one that had holes, and it's got the Dead and Breakfast In. That's pretty funny. And then Beware, and that there's a house here. And I just used the Martha Stewart, or not, this was a Fisker's punch, and I just used it on part of it, not on the whole page. So this is the center of the second signature, and the witch, this is her sister. She's out flying around. And so this pocket came out of a magazine. I thought it was really cool. And here we have thoughts, toxic thoughts, little tiny place to write your toxic thoughts, and this grungy little, I think it's actually cool, this heart. And then we have a lace border here, and it just has this witch card and another little piece of paper or tag that you can use for something. Some more dots, and there's the kitty. There's a ghost. If you got it, haunt it. There's a ghost, and what it was these reminded me of tombstones, so I was like, oh, I'll use that. So here's just taking a nap. And I should take a nap. And then, let's see. So this is a layered tag here. But you have the little ghost here made out of crepe paper. I have some cheesecloth with a bow stapled onto the edge here. This is the binding from this book. So when I took this book apart, excuse me, there were pieces of the binding, and so I used it right there. Here's a coloring page that I coffee dyed. I like this page because it looked like mummy bandage. So here I use the mummy bandage or the spider web. It's actually cheesecloth. And it holds this tag, and you see the skeleton is faintly behind the tombstone. We have spider web here and a spider web here. So that the large one, it actually is, the small one, I pulled it through and I stapled them together on it. And then you've got note paper sewn to the back of the tag so that you can write there. I also like this paper. Matched really well. So here we have a cupcake liner, and I got it wet and flattened it out, and so it is here on the edge. And then I added this little embellishment that I made, and that's one. There's the haunted house. This is one of the printables that are in the Scrap All About It with Dearjuliejulie in the files. The Halloween digital printable, and there's tickets, and then there's this ticket that it's one of the white tickets that I use all the time, like this, but I have a stamp that says Fright Night at 1. And we have another orange paper, and we have the witch stamped there. And then on this side we just have this is a piece of Heidi Swap. I used the roses for things, and I had saved these papers, the black and white. Look at the coffee dyeing there, marbled, and then that side is just plain. This was painted with acrylic paint, a wash, and there you go. So here's the other side of that printer paper, and it has a tag in it with the sequins, that's the cat and the pumpkin, and just some book paper and some flowers along with the cheesecloth at the top. And since that hangs over, I thought that was cool. Okay, so here we have a pocket made out of an index card. This picture here on this this little flap. It was from a magazine. We have the little kitty, and then on a wire, the stars are on a wire, and so anyway, it just kind of was kind of cool. Just an old tag to write on there. A couple more of the Halloween cards. And a tag, another coffee dyed tag with a really interesting coffee staining. So here's the other side of the ledger with the bones and a flame. Here is a bottle, and a jar, mason jar, and it has the little embellishment. It's tied like a skeleton scarf, you know, or not skeleton, motorcycle scarf over the top. Anyway, this is some more of that silk shirt. Here's another little flip pocket. This was from inside a magazine where you were going to order things and you circle the numbers of the things that you wanted. And I was like, oh my gosh, that looks really Halloween to me. I don't know why, but it does. You get another little purple tag that you can write on. Here's another piece of the scarf and some more of the black lace. And then on the back we have stickers that say Happy Halloween and the spiders hanging down. And I love the way the sewing with, you know, go straight and zigzag and straight and then zigzag and leave your strings hanging. And to me, it looks very, very spooky. So this is the Happy Haunted Halloween. It is available in my Etsy shop right now, and it is available for international shipping as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, put them down below. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.